Hello there, welcome. It's Sunday. Grab a tea, grab a coffee, grab a soft drink. We're going to dive into a new Figma update that has been released this week. Okay, so going to the website, Figma/what's new. What's new in Figma? Well, multi-edit is new in Figma. So let's try it out. Let's open the file and let's dive in. Okay, so now I've opened the Figma file and we've got a few things that we can test out. Okay, so let's move on to the first one, the multi-edit overview. Let's have a look and see what it's about. So the intro here says multi-edit is a capability in Figma that allows you to select objects across many frames and edit them simultaneously. So we've got some instructions here on screen. It shows you how we can select and adjust objects across different frames. We can do it with text. We can also do multi-edit with component variants as well. So throughout this file, they've embedded the YouTube videos as well, and that's really useful, so you can click them here if you want to see them. Okay, so when to use multi-edit. We've got a couple of examples here. So when you're quickly editing and matching objects across different mockups. So updating presentations, elements like text, footers and logos. And we've got prototyping and Smart Animate mentioned down here as well. Okay, so that is the top three done. Let's see if we can get into some basics. Okay, so looking briefly at the text on the left, we can select an object in a frame. We can press a shortcut here on a Mac or a Windows, and it looks like we get a new matching icon in the top of the file. So let's just get my sidebars back. And it's saying if you get some matching objects across the frames, they will now show when they're being selected. Okay, so let's try it out. Select one or more objects from the frame below, okay? And then press Command Option A. Nice, so what it's done is it's then found that object across all the other frames, and then I guess, let's just rotate them. So I'm holding Shift and I'm gonna rotate them, and it will move on the rest of the frames. Very cool. Okay, moving on to identifying matching objects. So let's click on here and let's say click on this element, hold Shift, and you can see it gives us the hint across the different frames. I'm now going to click and drag because maybe I just want to update those two, and let's just change the fill to that color. Done. Okay, so let's move on to the next one, aligning objects across frames. So let's just try it out and see if we can do it. So I'm going to select both shapes in the first frame. Okay, and then press Command Option A. That's selecting all the other ones. And now we have the align panel up here. But I think from memory, yeah. So we press and hold Shift, and if you can see in the top right hand corner, it changes the icon on the alignments just there. So it puts like a bounding box around them. So let's do align left. Let's center them. Align right, top, middle, bottom. So you have to hold Shift when you're applying these settings. Okay, let's go to the next one. So on to applying transformations. So we've got some information here, but I want to dive straight into the example. So I'm going to click on this object, Command Option A, and we can see that it's highlighted the other related elements in the other frames. So as you can see, as we rotate, each shape is rotating, and that was based on, I guess, its original position because we've got mixed kind of positionings here. We could zero those out, so press 0 here in the rotation, and that will just adjust them all back to the 0, and then we can just move them and then they will all be in sync. I imagine you can do the exact same here. Command Option A selects them all, go to the rotation, press 0, and that just aligns them all so they're all now matching. Okay, let's have a look at reparenting nested frames. Let's see, so selected objects can be moved in or out of other nested frames and will reparent respectively. Select objects across a sequence of frames, drag the selection into a nested or parent frame and observe how they reparent. Okay, let's have a look. So let's select the three blue ones. And while holding Shift, click on matching rectangles in the next two frames. Drag the rectangles into the nested frames that sit just below them. Okay. Yeah, and as we can see, they've now gone and nested themselves in those frames, as you can see in the layers panel. Okay, that's great. So moving on to the next one, multi-edit, copy and paste. So let's go straight away to try it out. So select each shape below while holding the shift key. Yep, so we'll do that. And then let's press Command C to copy. So I've got those copied to my clipboard. Select those frames, Command V, in they go. Brilliant. That was nice and easy. So that's multi-edit, copy and paste. Again, there's a video within the file, and I'm pretty sure if you click on them, yeah, it plays within the file, so very, very easy. Okay, on to the next one, additional multi-edit features. So what else can we do? So we've got multi-edit text here. Let's just have a quick look at the options. So we can select a text object, do the shortcut here, Command Option A. So we can press enter, or we can choose the multi-edit text icon from the toolbar, which will appear up here. Enter the text in the field or change the text properties and it will reflect on all matching objects. Okay, so selected this object here, Command Option A. Now I'm going to click on the icon up here, multi-edit text. So I've clicked on that, it's now put me into edit mode here, and now if I type hello there, it then updates across all the other frames that we have here. So that's really time saving, very, very useful. Okay, straight on to the next one, multi-edit and auto layout. Okay, so multi-editing is possible across auto layout frames. This is helpful for editing content across different devices and responsive layouts. Right, let's go to try it out. So select one of the shapes in auto layout. Okay, I'm going to select that one. Press Command Option A. Okay, selected the other ones. Now use the right and left arrows to change the position. So good. So we can now use the right and left arrows and it adjusts the position within the auto layout. Really quick, really easy. That's going to save loads of time. Okay, let's check out the next feature. Okay, so onto multi-edit variants. Right, let's go to the instructions. To enable multi-edit variants, select a variant in a component, set and press the Q key, or click the multi-edit variant icon located in the toolbar. Okay, so let's follow the instructions. Select a variant in the component. Okay, I'm going to select that one. Press the Q key. That's done. And as we can see, we've got multi-editing come up here and an icon's appeared up here at the top. Now go to the assets panel on the left. And we can do the shortcut Option 2. And let's search for arrow. And now if I drag that in to this variant, it then goes across all the other variants. Nice. Okay, now I'm going to click off and that's kind of done. So that's going to be really handy when dealing with your components. Okay, on to the next one. Multi-edit create components. Okay, so let's just have a quick look at the instructions. So use the multi-edit method to select matching objects. So use the shortcut to generate the selection of objects as component instances. Okay, so I'm going to select this object here, Command Option A, selects all the others. Now I'm going to press Command Option K, and it says here, notice the main component sits above the first frame, which it does, and I'm guessing all of these now are instances of that main component. Nice, so that was really quick, and there's the master component just there. Okay, let's move along. Okay, so common use cases, let's flick through these. So multi-edit for design mockups. Okay, so multi-edit the header and make the logo bigger. I guess Command Option A, and then I'm going to hold Option Shift and I'm just going to drag that out, and that can change across both of these devices. Okay, so let's have a look what it says here. So increase the height of the header or footer, press enter to select the child objects. So press enter, and while holding Shift, do some alignment. So I guess hold Shift, let's align them all to the left or to the center or to the right, so that works. Keep them centered. Change some text properties to see reflected on the mockups. Okay, so I'm going to select this one here. I'm going to click on, I'll use the button at the top here, multi-edit text. Let's change this to home 1, home 1, and that changes across the other mockup as well. And then rearrange the categories within their auto layout. So I guess I can select this here, Command Option A, that selects the other one, and then using the arrow keys, I could put that down there, there, can use the arrow keys and place it wherever you like. So I'll leave it there. Okay, so for presentations, using the multi-edit, change any of the text objects across all of the slides. Okay, so click on the heading, Command Option A. I'm going to click on multi-edit text, and then let's just put master at the beginning, and that changes across all of them. Makes it very, very easy. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. Select both the slide footer object and the logo instance. Yeah, okay, so I've got those. Oops, now I've got those. And now then select all matching layers, which we've got an icon up here for. Select matching layers. Press Shift A to wrap them. And now they should be within an auto layout in each frame, which they are. Great, that was super quick. So we have a smart animate example here. So let's click on the first frame, Shift space bar, it gives us the preview. I'm guessing that's going to show us an animation. Yeah, so that's the animation here, and that's based on these designs behind us. Okay, we'll close that. Select one of the pendants and use multi-edit. So let's go here, Command Option A selects the other one. Let's see what it's asking. Scale them both up. So yeah, we could scale that up a little bit, and that scales on the other one. I'm guessing Shift space, that's updated here in the prototype. And then I guess you can multi-edit. It's saying multi-edit the colors and the blur. So I guess Command Option A, selecting that. You could probably change this to a slightly different color. Let's add another one here. Let's do the blue, and that updates across that. Let's press Shift and space, and that's updated on the prototype. Right, let's have a look. Multi-edit for design systems. Okay, multi-edit the titles. So, okay, click on the title, Command Option A, and yeah, that's selected all of them. Guess I can use the edit button at the top. Just add one to the title. That amends it across all of them. Let's see, so copy the add to cart. So yeah, Command C, select a variant, and then press Q, which I have, and then paste. That updates the add to cart across all the different component variants that we have. So let's select the image and multi-edit to scale proportionally. So yeah, I guess we can edit this a little bit here. So let's scale them down. Select all the prices and then rename them with Command R. So okay, there is, press Command Option A just to select them. I think we're already there. Command R. Let's rename them to 299. Okay, so I've tried this before. It just updates the layer name. So we've now got 299 instead of 199, but it hasn't adjusted these elements to 299. So if I click Edit Undo, you'll notice in the Layers panel, it goes back to 199. Press Command Shift Z, goes back to 299. Okay, so I would do the multi-edit text, and then I would do 299. So multi-edit for component creation. So let's have a look. Often when designing, you want to return to your mockups and begin to create components out of certain objects. Right, so select the results layer and then select all matching layers. Command Option A, we've selected all matching layers. Now press Command Option K, pushes the master component above. And now every design we have has got instances of that component within the frames. And again, we can try that for the footer. So selected the first footer, Command Option A selects all of them. I'm going to press Command Option K. That has now pushed footer up here. I'll just move it over a little bit. So there's the master component, and within each of these designs is an instance of that component. Well, that's a bit of a quick tour of the file. As always, at the end you've got some additional resources that you can click on, so feel free to go in there. I would encourage you to definitely go in, check out this file, have a play around with it and get used to this new feature in Figma. It's super powerful and I think it's going to be really helpful for you in the future. Okay, that's it for this video. Like and subscribe, add some comments, check out some other videos on my channel. Have a great Sunday and I will see you in the next video.